Hi all, this is Said Valera from Becoming I Am, here to give you the astrology of the week. This is for Sunday, May 3rd. Sunday, May 3rd, we start off with the moon in Sagittarius. This is when the arrow is being pointed in a direction. Now, if it's you that stayed in your lane, kept everybody at bay, and kind of just did a lot of prayers, intentions, whatever it is that you were doing just to return to sender, like, I do not accept your BS. I do not accept your drama. I do not accept your evil thoughts, your evil words, your evil actions. We just return it back to you. You deal with your own shit. You're not going to send that over here, right? If you're in that space, you're going to notice that a lot of the arrows are going to be pointed outward and go to the directions it's supposed to be in. But for those that did the opposite and that were sending out all this negativity, this is when the cookie starts crumbling and they start feeling these attacks, these arrows hitting them. Because this is the calm after the storm, right? So now that the storm is calming down, everything is going to go and be directed to where it's supposed to. Now, besides that, we have Mercury entering Taurus, and this is very good energy because the way we speak is very grounded, but it's also very stern. So the thing I like about Taurus is that it's really set in its ways. When it says no, it's no. It's not a no, but maybe. It's a no. I said no. It's very stubborn. And sometimes stubbornness is bad, but in this energy right now, stubbornness is good. In other words, this would be like for all of us that did just send back the evil to the person that sent it, kind of like, no. You're angry. You can stay in your lane and you can deal with your little demons by yourself, but I'm not taking them on because you're in a bad mood. Okay? Your tamper tantrum is only for you. So this is when those same individuals start coming back and be like, oh my God, these terrible things are happening to me. Can you help me? And it's like, no, I don't have the time for that right now. No, I can't fix your problem. No, I'm not going to give you exceptions to this rule. It's just a no. And so I feel like this is a very good energy because first, things are going where they're supposed to go with the arrows of Sagittarius. But secondly, you're standing in your power. It's kind of like everybody is going to wake up from a really bad trip and then they're going to realize all they did because they weren't in control of their emotions and acting up a fool. And then there's consequences to all the actions. And you're like a parent in this energy. If you stood your ground and stayed safe, you're like a parent watching everybody like trying to put the pieces back together and living the consequences of their actions. And you're like, that's why we told you to calm the hell down. That's why we told you not to be acting that stupid. So I guess what I'm telling you is that congratulations for everybody that knew how to stay in their lane and to block people because, yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I wish I can tell you that it's going to stop, but it's not because these first couple of weeks of May are kind of like this. But however this sets up the beginning of the week, May 1st, these first 3 days, however they kind of set up for you, will determine how the month of May will be for you. So try to stay in your lane, try to stay focused, try to stay calm, and just kind of be like, no, that's not a me problem, honey. I don't accept that in my reality. Thank you. Deuces. Bye. Okay? Learn to swipe right because you're not, in Spanish we said el paño de lágrimas. You're not the towelette that everybody has to cry on all the time and to fix Mr. Fix-It for everybody. No. All of us come here with our tools to be able to overcome our obstacles. Some of us misuse them. Some of us think that we're always going to have somebody taking us out of a problem, and that's not the same for everybody. All right? I hope this helps.